Sleekflow.io makes $150,000+ every month as a SaaS business. Let's figure out what the GTM strategy is so that you can use it into your SaaS business. Let's just jump straight to it. Now, the three simple process to conversion is the following. They use get traffic, generate leads, and then from there they convert to demos or trials. Now, some quick facts before we jump straight to the system is the category. Seekflow.io finds themselves in the commerce and omni-channel messaging SaaS. They are WhatsApp CRM automation as well as a team inbox. They build for SEA, SMEs. SEA is basically Southeast Asia. DTZ brands and ops heavy teams. They're strong WhatsApp first, sales plus support hybrid use cases. Now, some quick facts about the company. They actually founded in Hong Kong. They're an ASEAN native SaaS. Their core markets are Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. Their customers include e-commerce brands, services, businesses, and mid-market ops teams. Let's talk about the traction revenue. Now, these are speculations. Hundreds to low thousands of paying B2B customers. They estimate annual recurring revenues anywhere between 600,000 to 2 million. The estimated monthly recurring revenue is anywhere between $50,000 to $150,000. The pricing typically is anywhere between 30 to 100 US dollars per seat per month. The expansion is driven by seat growth as well as channel add-ons. Now let's talk about the traffic because they seem to tick all the boxes. The first thing is Meta, right? Sleekflow.io is actively using Meta ads. As you can see, this is literally just a few days ago. They're still running ads, as you can see. They're running mainly Facebook ads as well as English and Chinese. They are very active when it comes to their organic posting too. And they even post Facebook Reels or Facebook short form content. And they have 4.2 thousand followers, which is crazy. They have a lot of engagement too in the comments. And from there, they actually, which is very interesting, from their Facebook, they don't convert right away to the landing pages, as we saw from my other videos from other SaaS. They actually tend to convert on WhatsApp, which is really interesting. So on WhatsApp, they will answer any type of questions you have. So when you engage in a discussion on WhatsApp, it's typically a sales representative, SR, or a closer for that matter. And on WhatsApp, you basically have the objective to answer any type of questions they have. And very often the question has something to do with their concern. Their concern is a pain point. And when you basically answer the pain points or provide the solutions that they're looking for, then they're very interested, right? And WhatsApp often ends up with some type of, slight error. Sorry, guys. Some type of CTO sales closing. And so from sales closing, from WhatsApp sales closing, you are considered a warm lead as you showed initial interest, right? The moment you literally engage in WhatsApp, the moment you talk to a sales rep, you're considered a warm lead because you have showed some type of interest. Even if it's the slightest, you did so show some type of interest, and from there they will convert you on the landing page. So most of the traffic, as you can see, will will redirect you to their landing page. If for some reason the sales rep was unable to close you on WhatsApp, well, guess what? Get ready for a wave of email marketing sequences. So somewhere throughout the WhatsApp conversation, they will prompt you for your email address, whether it's they want to send you some demos or lead magnets. The sales reps are trained, to collect some type of contact information. And so from there on, basically, as I mentioned earlier, you are considered a warm lead. And from there, get ready for a hail or a list or a huge sequence of email marketing campaigns. And the objectives of the email campaigns is obviously to convince you to basically convert you. And the way they convert you is eventually they will redirect you back to the landing page, right? And so before we talk about the landing page, let's talk about LinkedIn, right? Wow, this was just meta. Now, LinkedIn. Sleekflow.io is actually quite active on LinkedIn. They have 99,000 followers, which is crazy. They have very engaging graphics. As you can see, this is actually one of the frameworks, which is actually one of the strategies in GTM. I made an entire YouTube video talking about the GTM strategy. So this is actually them ticking one box. They're posting about one of their frameworks. Here's them taking another box, talking about, the dashboard, and also talking about, a pain point, which is a holistic view of your sales funnel and team priorities, which probably talks about the pain of chaos and messiness. One thing what I really, really, really enjoy is that they have founder-led content. Yes, the Henson Sai, if I pronounce him correctly, the founder and CEO, is very active on LinkedIn. Now, I'm a huge, huge fan of founder-led content, because founder-led content just converts so much better than the company, posting. And it's just the way LinkedIn is. I guess it's because people just trust, people more, rather than, seeing a company page with a logo. And so the Henson Hai, the founder, if I pronounce you, correctly, he posts a lot of content, if not daily, as you can see, talking about the business, engaging with the clients, as well as some of his personal journeys. Now, these are amazing content styles, and obviously, as you can see from his profile, eventually he posts the link of the landing page at his bio. So again, as I mentioned earlier, most of the traffic will actually end up at the landing page. And so really amazing when it comes to LinkedIn. I haven't checked their employees, but founder-led content would be the first step. Employee-led content is the second step. Now, employee-led content is basically the same thing of what Henson is doing. However, employee-led content is not done by the founder, it's actually done by the employees of the company. And so the content is slightly different, but the mechanics are basically the same. Now, when it comes to YouTube, they're very engaging on YouTube. Ticks another box, very important. As you can see, they have long form content on YouTube. Long form content is amazing, in company together with short form content as well. And so long form content basically has the goal to talk about some of the, and educate the audience regarding the topic that your SaaS is in. So as you can see, Seek's flow is more into like omni-channel and I would say sales as well. And so basically they will talk about most of the things revolving around the topic, as you can see. And this is a photo or a screenshot of the description. And as you can see, the description, you can either read the full story, which will probably prompt you to input your email, so get ready for an email sequence, or you can learn more by actually clicking on the website, as you can see, sleekflow.io, which will again prompt you to end up being on their landing page. Now, last but not least is perhaps a very underestimated category. When I reverse engineered and analyzed the other SaaS companies, a lot of them rely heavily on SEO. They do that as well, because as you can see from the SEO score, they actually got 100 out of 100, which is crazy. They perhaps had one error only, which is perhaps the image elements, but SEO is a very powerful marker, as you can see. When I literally Google OmniChat, sleekflow.io is actually very like at the top. So not only are they running Google ads, but their SEO scoring puts them organically at the very top. And so as you can see, sleekflow.io, when Googling OmniChat, is right up there. And from there, all these channels, all these sources of traction, I like to call it, will put you into the landing page. Now, the landing page is basically a website. Now, I've been asked a lot whether a SaaS company should use a VSL, video sales editor, for a landing page. Now, that really is, I'm not a huge fan of that. I've seen VSL works for e-commerce or info creators or content creators, but for a SaaS company, landing page is more appropriate, because very often you need to educate your audience, and very often you actually need to show a little bit of your dashboard. I'm not saying you can't do that from AVSL, but very typically, users love to click and have their own like sense of interaction on the website when it actually comes to your SaaS platform. And so from there on, eventually, when you click through the platform, you're prompted with two options to either book a demo or start for free. And so basically, when they convert, they give you two options. It's either you schedule a 30-minute demo. And so when you schedule a 30-minute demo, you basically hop on a call, an online Zoom or Google Meets call with their sales rep, SR. And from there, they will basically, understand your concerns, your pain points more specifically, because a sales call is aimed. The primary objective of a sales call is to target your pain points and sell basically often a solution based on that. Because the thing is, with a lot of SaaS companies, your ICP, your ideal customer profile, is basically educating and telling them, "Hey, listen, this is your pain, this is your issues you're having right now," and very often your ICP is either not aware of their pain point, or number two, they just need to have a little bit more understanding of what their pain point actually is, right? And so very often that's the objective of the sales call, is literally that. And from there, they will obviously prompt you eventually to check out. But before that, if you are not obviously scheduling a 30-minute demo call, you can literally jump straight to it. You can literally create an account, right? I'm not sure if you have to insert your credit card details or not, but you have to just create an account, and then from there you can literally, jump straight to the dashboard. And so when you actually click your way through the dashboard, something magical is going to happen. You're going to fall under the how do I call it, under the mechanism of product lead growth. And what is product lead growth? Product lead growth is basically when a user uses your SaaS platform and there's specific feedback or activities that are relevant for the software developers, for the product owners of the SaaS, right? And so product lead growth is not really a primary marketing strategy. Now that's the reason why I didn't put it at the very top. But understand that even though, like, as a user, if you don't submit even though you don't submit a feedback via form, the software developers from what's the company from sleekflow.io, they will actually capture your activity on the dashboard. They do that using heat maps or other specific types of activity monitor tools, and that feedback is very important for the developers because they can see the specific areas a user is most interested in, and they can also filter like some of the features or tools that the users are not interested in. And so over time, the product lead growth actually helps developers to basically further improve their SaaS platform, but it also, for the user's perspective, helps basically provide, the platform of exactly what they are looking for. So product lead growth is very, very powerful. Now, the platform is obviously supposed to answer your pain points in a very simple UI, UX, user-friendly design. And the reason why I wrote Survival Instinct is because I want you to understand that we as a human, from very classical psychology, we tend to enjoy things that provide us comfort and survival. And so if your, I don't know, platform is very messy and is just very hostile looking, if that makes sense, the users just have a tendency just to click away of it, is really the truth. But yeah, just have that in mind, so that when you actually design your SaaS, just understand that there's some basic psychology behind it. Now, Respond.io has mainly three pricing options. The free version, which is great. A lot of SaaS companies that are scaling have free versions, but they'll limit you to whatever extent the SaaS is actually using. For example, 50 monthly active users or 3 accounts. However, if you opt for a pay version, the starting one would be $129 a month, and then we have the premium AI is $349 a month. Or if you're an enterprise and need some custom package, you can also book a demo with a sales rep. Now, with those pricings in mind, let's do the money math, right? So in 1 month, let's assume from their 100K viewers they get from their website per month, let's assume that they converted 1%. Now 1% is really generous in my opinion, because for my GTM strategies in our agency we aim at anywhere between like 5%. So 5% is good. There are some companies that get like 10-12%, fantastic, but let's just say 1%. 1% of the 100,000 viewers that goes on the website will be about 1,000 buyers. Let's say they all opt for the lowest package, which is $129 per month. So we'll be looking at a monthly recurring revenue at $129,000. Now the money math in 1 year for that is 1,000 new users. So times 129 times 12 will be about $1,548,000 per month. Oh, you didn't buy? Well, be ready for a wave of retargeting meta ads campaigns. Now, how does that work? What is meta retargeting work? Just understand that the moment as a user, you engage with, for example, their SaaS platform, there's a specific pixel. Now, pixel is basically like, just imagine like an algorithm or like a specific, how do I call it, a specific cookie that kind of tracks the data and the activities you do on the SaaS platform. And so that cookie or that specific data is so important for Facebook ads because it allows you to target exactly the same users. But now that you understand, the activities on the platform, you can literally tailor your ads in such a way that it will literally answer all the questions and issues they have when using your platform. And so basically Facebook would display that, and then with the same objective to obviously convert you from their landing page. Quite simple, right? Pretty simple, 7-figure GTM funnel, right? But guess what? The crazy news is that they don't actually build or manage these funnels themselves. Very often SaaS companies will, implement a GTM system, but very typically the entire GTM team building and managing of the backend of the business is outsourced or done by someone else. That is very, very typical. Because the SaaS owners, founders, and developers, they want to focus on what's more important, and that is actually improving the software. And so if you're interested in having a GTM team actually build and manage your system, then you can schedule a call below, in the YouTube description video below, because we have a we have a GTM team actually doing this for many SaaS companies. And so if you're interested, then do book a call with me below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.